Five.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, starting left here.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Spins away. Fighting through it. He's got space. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground is usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Three down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
11. Hey, four down.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Now he's flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. XSEVEN-O-DEUCEx in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
21. Check 31.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
Four down.
On 1st down, Garoppolo finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Tight end. Hey.
One, Omaha.
4 down. Mike's foul.
And they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Twenty-one.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
We got 4.
21.
Catch it.
I'll send you. Here we go. Hurry up.
And they'll go on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
59.
Wait.
Check. 59.
I got you.
Go tight end. Let's go right here now.
Sit hot.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Double tight.
Ric Flair.
3 down.
Let's go.
Who do you want?
Starting left here.
Go ahead, baby. Go.
Starting left here. We're good.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Starting left here. I got him. On me. Starting left here. Eyes up. Starting left here. 55. Hey, eat. Let's go. Oh, yeah. We're good. Here we go again.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Here we go.
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Tight end left. Let's go. 12. Let's go. Starting left here. Starting left here.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
Here we go.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
I don't think you got it, son. Mike's 56. Mike's 50. Starting left here. Watch the run. Watch the run. Motion. 14. 12.
Out of the gun. Gone. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
3. 6. Mike's 59.
On on second down, here's Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
They're coming. That's it, baby. Switch gears.
Hey, gun. One, Omaha. Hey, gun.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Cooks flashing the footwork. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Gun!
Switch up.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his first throw here is incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Detroit!
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Hey, I need one over here.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Detroit!
4 down. Check. Watch the safety.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No. Check. Patriot!
Easy. 4 down. 56, the mic, boys. 56.
He'll try and sneak it here. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Leopard! Leopard!
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down, 4 down. Motion, motion, pump, 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 pump. Hey, 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 he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion, hey, hey, hey.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Motion, motion, motion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Fellas, here we go.
Kill, kill, kill.
Hey, gun, gun.
Check 6 guys.
Go ahead.
Slam, slam, slam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this is going to be incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
You got 4. You got 4.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Here we go. Wait, 80.
Alert. Rush in. Rush in.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
4 down, 4 down. Check. Motion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I got you. 21. White. 12, fellas, here we go. Go ahead.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
21. 6.
To throw is Garoppolo. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Taken in at the 11. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Rams getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit!
Watch the run!
And the blitz does come. And he comes back with one complete. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Alert! 3 down!
Gun!
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
We got three.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
It's our time.
Gun!
Shit!
All right, now, lucky 56.
SOS.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Gun! Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56.
twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Hey, I got him. That's me.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. It's Cooks. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Three down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey. 4 down. Motion. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Gun!
We got 4.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's their quarterback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Hey, come on.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over, is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
11.
Let's see if they do it anyway.
12, fellas, here we go. Black 80!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
4 down, 4 down. 34, eyes on 34.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Switch! Alert flare! He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Hey, come on. White.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, guys.
21.
We got to stand up over there. 80's getting the
They'll look to throw. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. That would give to the big fullback use check. Power on power, but he's not going to get in.
I still like the idea of letting your tailback get you home. But here, they let the fullback try to get the tough yard. And that's the toughest spot on the field. And he stopped for no gain on first down.
21.
They come out here in the eye.
21.
He'll get it up the middle. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. Hey, defense, let's go.
Gun!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch you now, Barney!
Check, motion. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
No. Check. Patriot.
Chef.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Check,
An
Patriot,
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Over!
Out.
All right, now, lucky 56.
56, Mike, 56.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Looking to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Go. 56.
They'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough, and he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
4 down. Check. Hey, alert 48.
They try again with Scarborough. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Got to love what they're doing on offense right now.
Motion. Hey, switch.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got 4 down. Check 50. I got it. Motion. Hey, if you kill it, motion me out. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
He wasn't ready.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. He's mine. I got it. 56, the mic, boys, 56.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
No. Check. Patriot.
Your trick is here. Mike's 56. Got you.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
And And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
The Rams on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
56 right there. 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Powerful running. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Johnny Hacker now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Hey, 4 down.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check, check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Motion, motion. 56 to Mike.
And they'll run it here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
MEH, man. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.